Hi again. My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller, and today I'm doing the second half of my What Sold, which will be for last weekend, Friday through Sunday, April 12th through the 14th. And as far as eBay, my sales continue to be consistent. Friday was a little down, but the weekend rallied and did okay. Poshmark, I have like one sale to share with you, but it's kind of come back this weekend. And I had a viewer, and sorry I don't remember your name, suggested that I go into Mercari and lower my price by the 10%. So I did it, I want to say this Friday. And I've sold 3 or 4 things already. Now they are low dollar items, and I took offers on some of them. But it's just, hopefully it's got the momentum going again for Mercari. So if you've not done that, you might want to try it and see if it helps you also. I have had a sell on Etsy, but it's going to be in the next video. So otherwise, we hit some yard sales and some estate sales this weekend. And, I did very well. We've made some videos already. We're trying to start getting ahead again because we plan on going back to Missouri at the end of May. So we're going to try to start getting videos done ahead of time instead of the week before trying to just spend a whole lot of time getting videos made. So for those of you who are also viewers on our Pickin' channel, it's been put on the back burner a little bit. Hopefully, maybe this week we'll get another video out. But, time has been just kind of limited as far as Robert going back and forth to Missouri and then trying to do catch up and keep up with the house. And, we've had to start mowing, and we live on 4 acres. So mowing 4 acres is, time consuming, and we've had tons of rain. And we've got projects that needed to get started because it's spring and they just need to be done. So we're just a little bit behind on that channel, but we'll get it caught back up hopefully soon. I mean, we have tons of footage. It's just the editing part needs to get done so they can get released. But that's life, that's life. All right, let's get to it. Poshmark, not a bad sell. This was a Pillsbury Doughboy Poppy Girl plush. She kind of had like this foam inside, not really plush. It's like foam, from 1972, and it sold on Poshmark for $18. And so then everything else is eBay. If you're new to my channel, I don't do free shipping. So when I say something sold for $11 like this item, the buyer also paid shipping. My shipping is flat rate for everything under a pound based on the weight of the package. Everything over a pound is calculated shipping, except for clothes. So that's just how I do stuff. Also, if you like these types of videos and you're enjoying my channel, please give me a thumbs up and leave a comment, and that just kind of helps with the algorithm for YouTube also. Right, first thing that sold is this World's Softest Plush. That's literally what's on the tag, from Beverly Hills Teddy Bear Company, and it sold for $11. Aladdin thermo bottle. Been listed a really long time. Glad to see it gone. It sold for $8. Probably not something that we will continue to pick up. This is a felt Humpty Dumpty egg ornament from Midwest of Cannon Falls. I've done very well with these felted type ornaments. This one, I listed it in October and it sold for $19. Just had the cup and saucer in my last What Sold video. I bought a stack of like graduated plates and 2 cups. Paid $5 at my favorite little estate sale company, and this single plate sold for $10. Now this person bought 5 of my really old plush. She had sent me $8 offers on each of them. Like I said, they were old. I know I'm making a profit, so I just went ahead and accepted all of her offers and got them on their way. So you know, $40 for 5 plush. Let me scroll down a little so you can see the last one. Just, you know, SKM, Unipack, TCFC, which is those characters from Cleveland, a rust dinosaur, and then this soft things. Sometimes you just got to let them go. Right, I've been going through the games on one of the shelves back here in my corner, and this one sold almost immediately. It was called Hexed. It's a solitaire game from 1972, sold for $11.66. This is another game. It's been listed for quite a while, and I mean, pleasantly surprised that it actually sold for my sale price of $26.96. It is Aggravation Game. CO5. I'm not quite sure what that stood for, but from 1964. Care Bear Cousins. I don't find these figures very often, but they are the posable figures. This was one of the cousins. I'll pick them up every time I find them, though. This one's from 1985, sold for $12. Another old listing, and it sold for my asking price of $8.95, which means I had done an end and sell similar, and it sold. But RDYF was the manufacturer. Never figured that out, but 2001. Still sealed in its original bag. Linux, Sprite, Temperware, Platter. Of course, this sold while Robert was gone. I do not like packing breakables, but I did a good job because obviously it arrived undamaged and it sold for $9.22. We had picked up a ton of this Linux Temperware, sold a bunch of it initially, you know, all the popular pieces, the salt and pepper and the gravies and stuff like that. I still have some of it left, and I may, at some point, I'm going to be going through all of the dishes that I have left and see if there's any way I can combine them into lots and try to get them gone that way, because for the longest time I was listing everything individually, and I think I'm going to rethink that strategy. Garanimals, I'll pick them up all the time. I just love that brand. There's a whole series of these types of animals. They're kind of twisted, kind of laying down flat. This was the gray elephant, and it sold for $8.21. This was from our trip when we went up to Connecticut and New York. I bought this in a thrift store. It was in a bag of like vintage dolls. Thought it would do better than it did. Again, it's been listed since May, and her name was Penny Bright from Reading Company, 1963, and I ended up taking a $10 best offer on her. Build-A-Bear, most of it sells for bread and butter for me. I'm tending not to pick up as many unless I've actually checked comps. I think this was from our last trip to the bins. I had Google Lensed it to make sure that it was worth more than bread and butter, and it sold for $26.95. They just take a lot of space. That's why I'm staying clear of Build-A-Bear unless it's going to sell for more. It's just, you know, space isn't limited either for me, even though I have a huge building dedicated to my inventory. Just Play Muppet Babies. This is Fozzie Bear, and he sold for $15.64. Play School Tea Set. I think I may have picked this up at the bins. It was pieces and parts, not complete. But those little pink cups, funny thing is they are like color changing. If you put warm water in them, they're going to change color. Well, my building was cold the morning that I went and picked these up, and it shocked me at first because I thought I was picking up the wrong thing, but it had the right inventory number on it because those two cups were like a deep maroon. So just funny thing. They sold for $17.95. Now this mama sent me a message when she purchased this. This had been a favorite stuffed animal of her daughter, who is now 38 years old, and the puppy got a hold of it. So this mama was looking to see if she could get it replaced, and she did. She found mine, and it sold for $15. It is a gunned yellow rabbit from, what year? 1986. Now, I picked these up at a estate sale kind of sort of recently. I paid up a little bit for them. I think I paid $4 for one and $3 for the other, but it could have been $4 each. Individually, they don't sell for a whole lot, but putting them together, I thought hopefully somebody who collects these types of plush, or it's a nostalgia buy, would go ahead and grab them, and they did. $22.45. Weatherproof Garment Company windbreaker jacket sold for $15.58. We picked up a whole bunch of clothes this weekend. It's still something I like to look for, the vintage stuff. I do. Kids preferred brown dog plush. I tend to pick up a lot of dogs and cats that are plush. They just do better than like the bears and the rabbits. This one sold for $26.95. Scentsy Buddy. Most of them are bread and butter with a few exceptions. I think somebody had posted one in my Facebook group recently that sold pretty good, but I don't even remember what the animal is. Go check out my Facebook group. Look up Scentsy. This is Molly the monkey, and took a long time to sell. $8.21. McDonald's Fraggle Rock. I had like 5 sets of these that I had put together. I sold the last 2, both of them in this weekend, and both of them sold for $13.45. So these are from McDonald's. Don't discard looking at a lot of the fast food toys, because some of these vintage stuff do really, really well. I talked about Subway. I've done very well with Subway also. But definitely Fraggle Rock. Goodnight Moon Rabbit Lovey. I pick up lots and lots of Loveys. This one sold for $11.66. Flatware. Pick up a lot. To me, when I go to an estate sale, which is usually where we find a lot of these, if I pick them up and they're kind of heavy, I'm going to check them. I don't really care for those, even the older ones that are just really lightweight. There are probably exceptions to that, but a lot of times if they just have some heaviness to them, I'm going to check them. And this was Stanley Roberts Astro Design flatware. These were the dessert forks or salad forks, and I sold the set of 4 for $15. Bob's Burger Jean Belcher plush from 2022. I'm pretty sure this was a Ben's pickup. Sold for $8.96. Vigos women's capri jeans. Listed them in January, but I'm trying to move a bunch of clothes right now. I've got a ton to still list. I haven't listed everything that I've already got pictures for, and then we've got tons to still get through. So, you know, a lot of times it's been listed a few months. $10 isn't bad. I'm sure we paid $1 or less for them. So $10. Levi's Silver Tab women's jeans. These were size 5 long. Don't see that very often. And they sold in about 4 months for $21.50. Sound and Light Company. That one's an odd thing because not all of their toys make sounds or light up. This one doesn't. It's just an orange fox from 2017, and it sold for $11. Just picked this up at an estate sale company for $1, and it sold very quickly. It is a Plano Mini Magnum Pocket Tackle Box, $13.45. Russ Waddles Duck Chick Plush sold for $13.45. Tupperware Jello Gelatin Ring Molds. Won't pick that up again. It took forever to sell. $8.05. Dandy Gray Bear plush. This was a large plush. So when I got a $12.71 offer, I grabbed it because I need to start steering clear of these large plush unless they're going to be worth the storage space to keep them. Little Tikes plastic softball T-ball replacement balls. I picked these up a lot. There's the Little Tikes, there's the Fisher-Price ones. And I tend to pick them up because kids are outside playing and they lose them. And Mama goes looking for replacements. And these two sold for $13.45. Pet toys. A lot of times I pick up plush that I don't realize are pet toys till I'm doing the research. And this was one of those times. It was by Fetch for Pets. And it sold in like 2 months for $8.96. Fisher-Price chime ball. I have mine. I don't know if you guys can see it right up there on the wall. So this one I listed and it sold for $8.25. This toy usually has a lot of wear because kids think it's like a ball and they go throwing it. So it gets lots of scratches. And also the animals on the inside move back and forth like a chime, and they hit the outside. They hit the clear dome and it leaves little marks also. You never find them when they're just in really, really, really good condition. This is a viewer sale, so thank you so much, Gabby. Couldn't remember how we spelled your name, but I'm hoping that's right. Gabby's also in my Discord, so you know, if you're wanting to support our channel, we do have a Discord that we just kind of chit-chat all day long. We do probably like once a month Zoom calls where we just sit around and talk and share stories and all of that type of stuff. It's like $4.99 a month or something. And Gabby is one of my Discord members, and she bought my Magenta Ray Dunn Octopus coffee cup for $11.08. This is the cup that you see in the pick-in video where we were asked to quit recording at the thrift store down in Ottawa, Tennessee. So, yeah, I was surrounded by security people asking me to turn off my camera. Hallmark Jingle Pals. I tend to pick up a lot of these. This one ended up had some damage. You can see it down there on the dog's scarf. So I did lower the price down. And it sold in a couple of months for $17.95. Play Wonder was the brand on this. Little teddy bear plush sold for $8.95. Hasbro For Real baby bottles. I tend to pick up a lot of these when I find them at the bins. These are the teeny tiny ones. I do better with the larger ones. But, you know, as replacement toys, I tend to pick up a lot of small stuff like this. And these two sold for $6.50. Another older plush. Glad to see it gone. This is a Wild Republic Gray Dolphin Porpoise. Sold for $8.95. Embrace Gorilla Plush. This was from that private pick estate sale that we went to where we shopped at a warehouse estate sale, and then I bought so much there they asked if I wanted to go to the house, and I got to finish picking there. This Gorilla by Embrace 1989 sold for $17.95. That was just an amazing find. All right, last sale. I kind of talked about this a little bit in my last video. I sold this. This is Bubble Guppies. Her name, I guess, is Una. She's the pilot. I had the airplane with her. She was in a bag I picked up at a kids consignment sale. I want to say it was $12 or $12.50. And I was shocked. I had to go to WorthPoint to find this one. I couldn't find any comps on her. And I think the WorthPoint was like $59 or $69. So I thought I'd bump mine up, not realizing it was going to sell for my full asking price, $89.95. So definitely keep your eyes out for this one at garage sales this weekend, this summer. More stuff to be looking for this summer. I can't wait where we have like, 30 or 40 of them every day on the weekends to go to. Around here, a lot of yard sales start on Thursdays. So, we try to get out definitely Thursday mornings and hit some of the first ones. And that way, come Friday, we hit the ones that started early on the Friday. And then Saturday, we tend to maybe go to other towns or hit the Saturday only ones. So I'm looking forward to that. We bought so much this weekend already. So it's going to have to start figuring out my space, my incoming, try to stay more organized so stuff doesn't end up on the floor. So far, so good. Don't have stuff on the floor except the stuff that we brought over here to make the next video. So getting organized. All right, y'all, get to work. Bye.